Nigeria or South Africa can still qualify for the World Cup. So in this video, I want to quickly explain. I've been seeing a lot of comments, and let me quickly explain how and why it is so, right? So the Women's African Cup of Nations is currently ongoing, and yesterday Nigeria lost. Day before yesterday, South Africa lost, which means they are now out of the WAFCON tournament. Now, before this tournament started, I said and I told you guys that apart from winning the tournament or performance in the tournament, the last four teams in the tournament will automatically qualify for the World Cup, the Women's World Cup next year in Brazil. Right now, the 8 quarterfinalists, and of course now we have the 4 semi-finalists who will be battling for both the WAFCON trophy, and they have now already secured their World Cup spot for Brazil next year. Now the other 4 losing quarterfinalists, Nigeria, South Africa, Ghana, Ivory Coast, will now battle for 2 spots, and those two spots will not automatically go to the World Cup. The 2 teams will now go, the 2 victorious teams, Nigeria will play in South Africa, Ghana will play in Ivory Coast. The 2 victorious teams will now proceed to the Intercontinental Playoff. Of course, at that point, those 2 teams have a very good chance of them. So Africa can produce as much as 6 teams for next year's World Cup in Brazil. So for the South African team and Nigeria, only 1 spot is available. You have to cancel each other out. Either Nigeria will go or South Africa will go. And that game will be played on Thursday. Of course, still in Morocco. I think after that game, the national teams can then return back to Nigeria. So it's a game that is extremely important. Having been knocked out in the quarterfinal stage, both South Africa and Nigeria will try to, at the very least, salvage something, an opportunity. And it is also very important for Nigeria because I think, according to reports, if Nigeria fail to go this time around, it will be the first time in maybe more than 10 or 20 years of not be going to the World Cup. You know, the Nigerian Super Falcons have dominated African football. I was even telling somebody a few days ago that we need to start looking at the World Cup. 10 times African champion, right? Women's champion. So it is now time to start looking at something bigger, the World Cup. You understand? So that is the opportunity for both teams. And of course, on the other fixture, you have Ghana, Ivory Coast. Ghana also lost yesterday. They also lost their semi-final game against which team did they even play? I can't remember the name right now. But that is that. So that's the opportunity for these ladies. And like I said again, for Nigeria, there's still 1 more chance. What do you guys think? Drop a comment in the comment section. Don't forget to subscribe, like, share this video. The team I was talking about is Malawi. So Malawi defeated Ghana yesterday.